It's not exactly clear whether they even truly exist or could be shown to in the physical universe. If they do, if one day physics finds a use for them, that's great. But if not, that's great too. That would mean that we have, with this brain,
Sirenscape or Sirenscape Online player?
Online player.
I somehow what?
We're live.
I somehow.
Woo! Yeah. Oh man, yeah, we're live. Good morning. It is the 24th of April at 8:30 a.m. and we're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 18 of Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and currently we're in Astoria. Oh! Fuck!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Drake. I'll just preface that really quick with I was up till 3 in the morning, so that jump scare got me. Oh, God. Yes, session 18, Odyssey of the Dragonlords. We're in Astoria, currently fighting some griffins, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. So let's do some introductions, and then we'll have a nice recap, because it's been 2 weeks since we played, so most of us have probably forgotten, especially us older people. And then, yeah. So, Nico, tell us a little bit about him.
Nicodemus is a dwarf. Used to be a dockmaster in Mitros. He has medium-length red hair. His face is tanned and wrinkled from the sun. After losing his family, he went into the seclusion in the Old Wood, and there he met some druids who took pity upon him and trained him in their ways. He gained strength in the old ways and the power of wild shape. The druids help him forge a beautiful scale mail armor made of sacred petrified wood that has a beautiful purple hue to it. Nico also carries a scimitar, which he never really uses, and a wooden shield with a squid painted on the front of it. So far he has a couple quests in his pocket. He has to face Demetria at some point, and it might have something to do with his missing family. He doesn't know, but he's still having a good time with his new friends.
Right. Corbinosity.
Corbinosity is so a reincarnated dragon lord in the body of a 3.5 foot tall kilt-wearing gnome who fights barehanded. He's recently found out that he was betrayed by his brother Dragonlords back in the day, and he was reincarnated by the Oracle. He has found a nice helmet that will allow him to possibly restart the Dragonlords at some point, and he is definitely looking to figure out what has happened to him and get some payback.
It's Amitrius.
Amitrius is a centaur paladin, Oath of the Conquest, whose tribe was burned by a dragon. And he is now out for revenge against said dragon. That's his epic path.
Yeah. Alright, Lady Arcadia.
Arcadia is no lady. She is an Amazon barbarian rogue ranger. Grew up on the isolated island of Themis. When she came of age, she was told that her father was the god of battle, Pythor, and also the king of Astoria, so she left home and went to Astoria, where she lived there for a year, and met a couple of master rogues who trained her in rogue skills. For the year it took her to figure out how to infiltrate the palace, where she confronted her father, found out it was indeed true, was on her way back home because she didn't want anything to do with him, and she was intercepted by a messenger from the Oracle, who set her on this journey with the rest of these men, and she hasn't had much experience with men other than the ones that she killed on Themis and this party. And she is currently traveling with her Stimfae, which is a metal bird that Amazons learn how to build and bond with from an early age.
I like Nyx. Stevatocious Ganatos.
Steve is the last of his Ganatoshus. His family was cursed by the gods. He spent years following around his animal companion Billy from trash can to trash can until the Oracle found him and sent him on his way with you guys. What he lacks in physical strength, he makes up for in madness and creativity. Upon coming out of the necropolis, he's been able to call forth the spirits of those we've eaten in battle. And that's pretty much him.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have an icon for Billy now? Nice.
Oh, God. It's too damn early.
Nice.
And who do we have left? Kamos. Who's not on the table.
Kamos.
Oh, he is.
Is a
means that much
highborn
for
human
Lisa.
wizard who has a blank look on his face as if the GM has not released his character so that the player can control him yet. And he has a goth demeanor that goes with his epically doomed epic path. Did I mention epic?
You did.
Okay, there you go.
And a goth aesthetic. And since you weren't here last time he's released, by the way, I think Corbin had him and he was describing him, and he forgot the goth aesthetic, so I had to remind him that he had a goth aesthetic, and that was kind of funny. Anyways.
It's okay. I hear that he did an okay job regardless.
Huh.
You're still alive, although you are being tracked by deadly griffins again.
Correct.
You know, it's just another Sunday.
Yeah. And if you go to your character selection, you should be able to get him now.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
And if you live, you get a wondrous item from the deck of many things.
Oh, did you really have to phrase it like that? Shouldn't I already have the item because I, pulled the...
He does.
What? I
He
do?
does. You do. You haven't attuned to it, but you have it.
Oh, boy.
So you don't technically, it's a ring. It's a ring, but actually, here. It is. Looks like this.
Oh, that's that's from Marvel. That's one of those
Doctor Strange ring.
Yes! What was it? Open the portals, I think they're called. Awesome.
We have not attuned to it yet. So now let's do a recap, because some of us have forgotten what happened.
Okay, well, we haven't played in 2 weeks player time, which felt like 8 years, which is probably like 3 hours in game time. So, so we started our session last time, mid-afternoon on Thursday, day 14. And we were in the middle of a battle with baby basilisks. Arcadia lit her drift globe with light and made an aggressive basilisk sound and managed to get one of the baby basilisks to attack itself. Let's see. Oh, we see that Steve can manifest his echo in different forms. So his echo took the form of Graxus, the minotaur we met in Xander's tomb. And Nicodemus wild shapes into a reef shark, which has 30 feet of blind sight. So while all of this battle is happening, Nyx is up in the air checking for ambushes, and she sees a centaur off in the distance that looks a lot like Demetrius. And he's coming towards us, but after combat, and we defeat the basilisks, she sees him walk away in the opposite direction. So we're not exactly sure how he knew that. Very suspicious. Steve manages to harvest an eye and tongue and some spines from the basilisks. Corbin goes into the cave to check out the shiny thing there that Sapphire, the Camos's familiar owl, saw. And he finds a bottle sticking out of the rock that says Snuff Bottom's Turnip Ale. And when we investigate the cave, we find 3 crates stamped with Worthington Enterprises, and they're filled with 30 bottles of ale, turnip ale, and 30 bottles of Steve's barbecue sauce. We also find an old copy of a book called Art of the Sauce, which has a man on the cover who looks suspiciously like Steve, and he looks at him and says, "Grandpa?" We also find a crematorium there. When we leave, Demetrius mounts 2 of the basilisk heads on javelins and puts them at the entrance. He takes one head with him and he hangs it from his flank, a la The Witcher. But when Camos tries to recall Sapphire, she does not respond. So we double time in pursuit of the centaur to the west. We go a couple of hours, and Arcadia stealth scouts out ahead and finds a makeshift centaur camp with 4 semi-large tents and about 15 centaurs. We head back quickly and come up with a way of searching for caves on the way back. Steve uses shape water to create a path of frost on the river, and we shine lights on the mirror on Demetrius to create kind of a spotlight, but we don't find anything. We get back to Astoria around 10 or 11 at night. The party is going on. Demetrius has a really bad feeling about everyone in the town being drunk and partying while there is a group of strong centaur warriors amassed not far from the gates. He thinks we should warn Pythor. We eventually go to the palace, find Pythor, of course, snoring, covered with cheesy potatoes. Aesop, his assistant, is there. Arcadia tells him about the centaurs, and he says, oh, it's where Gaius and the rest are holed up waiting for the sacrifice. And their scouting report says there are about 20 to 30 of them, but they have been known to exaggerate things. And we learn some important information that these centaurs cannot interfere as long as Honora spends the evening chained to the rock as a sacrifice, starting at dusk and ending at dawn. As long as no one interferes with whatever comes to get her, the centaurs will not interfere either. So we are currently looking into possibly setting up an ambush up the river. We take a long rest, bringing us to the early morning of Friday, day 15. And the first thing we do is we go to the vet, where Demetrius gets a treatment. She shaves his scales off, but they will recur. She says she needs to find a priest or a high-level cleric. He buys the razor off of her, and luckily his face does not smell when his scales are not there. Arcadia then asks if we need Kyra. Nicodemus digs the pickle out of his bag. Demetrius prays to her. The pickle starts to shake a bit, grow black hair, little eyes pop out in a mouth, and she looks at him and says, "Hi, I'm Pickle Kyra." We meet her at the Agora, where she is very impatiently waiting for us and very irritated. And it turns out that Fargrim, the wizard gnome with the foot on top of his staff, is causing a fuss in the Dragon's Tooth Tavern. She can't give us any information about the basilisks, so we decide to trade ale to Fargrim in exchange for information. On the way there, we go to the Agora, where Demetrius buys a disguise kit and an antitoxin. He asks Steve, who has proficiency, to apply makeup to his face to hide the scales. When we get to the Dragon Tooth, Fargrim is throwing things around, and he keeps on calling Kyra Kiki, which she hates, and says, "Stop calling me that." She pulls the foot off of his staff, but he just reaches into his pocket and pulls another one out. He tells us basilisks are extinct, that there were only 3 babies left. But when we press him about the one supposedly coming to get Honora, he gets evasive. He tells us to meet him in 2 hours at his shop to discuss things further, and then he pulls a lyre out of his robe and starts to play the foulest tune we've ever heard in our lives, and asks, "Hey, Kiki, you like my instrument?" Corbin likes the tune and matches him note for note. And then when Fargrim suggests that Kiki gave us a pickle, she denies it, and he says, "Yeah, if only you guys knew what she did with those pickles before she gives them out." And she starts screaming, "Stop it, stop it!" And the whole place kind of reverberates. We figure out how to kill a couple of hours. Corbin has heard someone broke into Vulcan's hall the night before. But Arcadia then wants to go to the amphitheater and watch the men practicing. She endures some heckling from the guys about having a crush on Heracles. She's taking notes. They see people practicing. He is a master archer. He hits a bullseye every time. They see men wrestling, and Arcadia says to Corbin, "You should compete in that." And Demetrius says he'll be his tag partner. They accuse Heracles of using steroids that make things big until they pop. As they leave, Arcadia pulls the least wilted purple flower from her backpack, leaves it on the edge of the ring. She and Heracles exchange grins. We get to Fargrim's shop, and he jumps up and yells, "Ugh, what is that awful fishy smell?" But when he's asked about Honora, he says, "Just leave her chained to the rock. It'll be fine. Look, trust me, I'm a divination wizard. Just leave her chained. Nothing will go wrong." But we're not sure what to think. Demetrius distrusts him because he was wrong about the basilisks being extinct, because there are some with the Amazons in Themis. And then they continue to razz on Amazons and Arcadia. But they trade a case of the turnip ale, and he just says, "Look, either you believe me or you don't. At the end of the day, the princess is going to be fine." And when we give him the crate of ale, the king has told him to give us anything we desire from his shop in exchange for the crate. Arcadia gets a potion of fire breath. Nicodemus gets mithril armor, which Steve is using. Demetrius gets +1 javelins. Corbin gets a rope of climbing. Steve gets a potion of greater healing. And Chamos gets +1 crossbow bolts. Before we leave, Fargrim asks if any of us are interested in a little game. And unbeknownst to all of us, Chamos likes to gamble. I think it's because the person playing him found a deck of gambling cards, or cards in his pack, and so it's a simple game. Whoever gets the higher card, if Chamos gets the higher card, he gets another gift. If Fargrim gets a higher card, he gets more ale. So as Chamos pulls a card and uses his magic to foresee that it will be a 19 using his portent die, Fargrim glances over at the shelf, and we see a look of horror in his face, and he says, oh, that's the wrong deck, and it's a deck of many things. And we are so lucky, because the deck that Chamos pulled gives him a wondrous item and doesn't send his soul off into someplace where we could never retrieve it again. Fargrim is a little caught off guard. He shoves a potion at us and tells us to get out, and we do not know what that potion is yet. Then the person who played Fargrim, this was a wonderful thing, James. It was a great guest appearance. And then he wrote us in chat, "If I can't curse you with the deck of many things, you're getting a monster." So he sent us the 2 griffins we are currently fighting. Right now, one of them, shockingly shapeless, has fairy fire on it. Also, Chamos used his other portent roll, so now they're both used up to make shocking shapeless fail for Tasha's hideous laughter. So it is glowing and laughing. Demetrius has cast Bless on himself, Corbin, and Arcadia. And we keep on pulling Chamos away from these griffins, which are dead set on getting him. And that Booming Blade has... one last thing. Steve's Echo has taken the shape of a harpy this time. And she can apply Booming Blade to her talons. It's already been applied. The session is starting up early afternoon on Friday, day 15. We'd like to thank Drake Takes for 250 cheer bits. Thank you, because that turns into gold for us adventurers.
God knows our DM is going to let us loot monsters.
You can loot monsters. Now, find anything on said monsters, it's a different question.
Right?
I don't think these griffins have pockets.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just need their throats.
Just need their throats. Oh, God.
A griffin vocal cord. There you go.
Yes.
Well, maybe they have gizzards like birds do, where they rocks and things of high value for grinding up, digesting.
Looks like
Their body is the shape of a lion, though.
On the menu.
I this meal. Harvest the monsters for their bits and pieces. Exactly.
And so we can watch the griffins go Kool-Aid Man on the building?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah. So we start off in combats, and the gnome goes first.
Alright. Nope, these griffins have been resistant to me, but I am persistent, so I will try to shove the griffin. And I don't have to reckless attack because I get advantage on that anyway.
That's a strength because I know I won't let you do it, so I gotta manually roll it. And man. Yeah, you shove him.
All right, finally. So I push him. I don't push him away. I push him down.
All right.
And I will follow that up with a bonus action grapple, my newly acquired powers. Which it won't let me do, of course.
Do you have the effect to use a strap on it? It says you cannot break grapple when no grappled effects in combat tracker.
I'm not trying to. Oh, I'm sorry. I was hitting break grapple. Never mind. Grapple. There we go.
Then again, it probably won't let you do it.
Oh,
because
I failed.
It's large. Yeah. That would be
Like, you
this.
just gotta get behind
6. No. Yeah. It rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Dude, you just gotta hook one of its wings in your.
Can I use my inspiration on that one to re-roll that?
I don't think so because you didn't say it beforehand.
Oh, come on. This is inspiration.
Oh, come on. Let me check my notes really quick. Of course, I don't have a save, so I need to go.
You're looking for the notes that say the DM's always right?
Something like that.
Let's just walk away from this encounter.
We might be able to. I'm not sure Kamos
Walk away.
can.
Just walk away. Fucking Twitch encounter anyway. Who cares? The story will go on and these griffins could just sit here.
They'll eat Kamos.
I mean,
I don't think Steve Atoshis has a problem with that.
But no. No, you can't. No.
it's really about the friends we make along the way.
So that's that negatory on using my inspiration? All right. In that case, I will move over here to try and defend Kamos as much as I can.
And you shoved it prone?
Yes.
Did you put the prone effect on there?
You need to do that. Hold on a minute.
Ow.
There's the prone. There it is. Did that work?
Yeah. Yay.
All right. And I will end my turn.
All right, Horsey.
So he is prone now.
Yes.
He is prone now.
Okay, then I'm going to move close.
Hits.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I don't know.
Smite in your future.
I don't know.
Smite it.
You kill him.
I just, when Corbin pushes it down, Amitrius leaps up, lands on the back of the thing, grabs its wings, and begins pulling and pulling and pulling and just tearing them off. And that ends my turn.
Let's see. Nicodemus is going to come over next to Arcadia. And down a little bit here. Come on. There we go. He's going to try hitting it with Thorn Whip. Okay,
Nice.
got a hit.
And who Who did that? Kamos, can you drop the save onto the Griffin for Tasha's?
Will do.
Procar. As far as it being on Undead Minotaur, I just
Pull
it's a
some
random.
10 feet closer, or however you want to move them.
Steve is right there, kind of
Steve is
blocking
in
that.
the way, so yeah. All right.
Oh, go ahead. Just, it's fine.
No, that's all. You blocked them.
Which Griffin? There's only one right now?
Yeah.
Yep, we killed the other Griffin.
Aha! He is no longer laughing. He's still pro. And Kamos.
Okay, first things, I think in chat that I've sent Steve Adocious 2 extra healing potions, and he says he hasn't gotten them.
Alright, so healing potions. I'll let it. Yeah, I'll let it go through this time. But typically, how that stuff works, if you buy it, it applies automatically, like no holding on to it. I'm assuming you probably didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm assuming you probably didn't know that, so we'll let it go now. But just for future reference.
No, don't worry about that. Like, I don't know if I get pushed. I'll do that.
They've already
Okay.
been redeemed, so you
Cool.
have them.
Thank you. Anyway, so we have one Griffin, and I have a building next to me. Where's the door to get into the building?
That would be like right over there.
Get out, really? Is there a window that is easier to get to?
Right in there.
Meh. Alright. Well, anyway, I'm gonna, let's see, how is that Griffin doing? Is it, healthy?
It's on the ground, but it looks pretty healthy still.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go here. Is the door locked or unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Okay. So, any movement to get in?
No.
25. Once I'm at the door, then I'm going to firebolt the Griffin, because I don't know how. I don't feel like going through my spells just yet. Does people think I should use something more than firebolt at this point?
No.
Probably not, because we got a busy day ahead of us.
All right.
Yeah, when you get like run to the door, Steve's like pushing you to hide.
Yeah. And so I hit damage. Do damage. And so how big is this house? Is like the blue stop and it's a different house for green?
Correct.
Okay, so where's the kitchen?
Kitchen's over yonder.
Oh, okay. Well then, I go that way. I think that's my full movement.
All right.
And let's see. No, I don't push the Griffin. Sapphire never came back, huh?
No, she did not. And Corbin never resummoned her, I don't think.
Okay. End of turn.
All right, Steve.
Can I see him like inside the house or no?
You can't see him in the house because he's like back up a little bit.
Can I move here?
If you do that, the Griffin will hit you.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Why, but okay.
Did it hit me?
It did not.
Ha ha! Suck it, big bird. I want to look through the door. Do I see Gamos like going to the kitchen?
Yes.
All right. I want to tell him to stop and cast minor illusion to make him look like a clock. Like, can I do that? Can I disguise him as like a grandfather clock?
I think minor illusion does it to nothing. It's just there.
Yeah.
So you want to like put a grandfather clock in front of Kamos?
On top of him?
I make a gesture indicating that I don't think it's going to go with the decor of such a humble abode. Through gestures, of course.
But you only have to fool a griffin.
All right.
Yeah, but they have a highly developed sense of taste.
All right. Well, if that doesn't work, then I'll manifest.
And then I make another gesture. Could you just close the door? I forgot to close the door.
Sure. I'll close the door and I'll lock it. And I'll manifest an echo right here on top of the building.
Can you make your echo look like me?
No. I mean, maybe after this, if you want to give me some like your hair.
That Echo's icon is ruining my immersion.
You know, that sucks because it's really fulfilling my immersion, like 100.
Arcadia.
All right, so she is going to move to a place over here and shoot this griffin. Ugh. Wow, oh, she managed to hit it. That's great.
It has a fairy fire on it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so you should have advantage.
But she also has
Yeah,
disadvantage. It also has disadvantage because it's prone.
And so that's
What's up,
her
Schmo?
turn, and then Nyx is going to attack. With her pinions.
Hit.
Interesting. That didn't seem to give her effects.
Does it have the thing? Attack 2, damage 2. What the fuck? It was working yesterday.
Oh well, we'll try it again. Or maybe should you send me? Should you send me Nyx again? Maybe it's attached to yours.
Are you doing it off the character sheet? Don't do it off the character sheet. Use it off the combat tracker. Because the combat tracker is where the actual effect is. So, let me give that. Do you see the combat tracker one?
No.
Like, on the combat tracker itself, Nyx?
Yes.
Can you open it with the attacks?
No.
I don't know. Like the effect, I can't put the effects on the freaking character sheet.
Okay, got it. I'll do it myself then. So anyway, if you just add another 2 to the griffin, that would be great.
Yeah.
And I pass my turn.
This thing stands up and goes after the first person it sees, which happens to be Mr. Nico.
No.
And top of the round, so at the top of the round, you guys start to hear some singing, and you have definitely heard this singing before.
Is it Corbin singing?
Is it that Zeph that satyr?
It is not. It is.
It's a harpy.
It is. So flying in on round and about 30 feet up in the air. You see a couple of harpies.
Oh crap!
Where are the guards?
You guys are heroes. You don't need no level 1 guards.
Where's those level 20 shopkeepers?
Keeping
They
their
don't
shop.
give a crap.
First of all, getting
Quick!
drunk.
Seek shelter inside the local magic shop. There's a
Corbin.
level 20 shopkeeper there. He won't want these harpies fucking up his inventory. Everybody, let's go.
We're not in the city of Mitros, are we?
No.
I
You're
know.
in Astoria.
We are. I think this is a Twitch encounter.
This is a thank you from yesterday. Corbin.
Yes, I must apologize. I did this to us. Although I did not summon the snake. I only did the trap. Shoot. They're too high. I'm gonna... run behind this building next to Arcadia. Actually, I want to come right there. It's around the corner. Sorry. And I will hold my action to shove and grapple if, just to grapple if the guy comes around.
Okay. Arcadia.
Arcadia has automatically hears this and uses her action to stuff pieces of wax in her ears. And she is going to look and... As she's doing that, though, she's going to look and see... Alright, she sees where they are, and then she's going to pass her turn. That was her action, and so now it's Nix's turn. And Nix is going to continue fighting the Griffin.
Hits.
Alright, there we go. Pass my turn.
Kamos.
I have. Okay. So I have nobody targeted. Fix that. Let's see. There's a harpy. Is it on the roof or is it like sitting at the kitchen table?
It is 30 feet up in the air.
Okay. Can I see the one that's across the street from me?
You can.
Infuriating.
You cannot, as you're inside the building.
Yeah, but there's a window over, right, basically underneath the harpy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and it's also 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah. So I stand underneath the harpy, and can I just to see what's going on outside. I assume I can see everybody on the street from here.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. So I am going to, and the noticeably deteriorating harpy, is she on the tree or just 30 feet in the air?
30 feet in the air, above the tree.
Okay. I put wax in my ears, and then just like, crap. And call it a turn. A little bit more movement.
Okay. Griffin will continue on to poor Nico. Chop down on him. But missing with the claw. Alright, so this harpy. So it starts to sing. And it will target all of you except for, it would get Arcadia and Kamos, but since they are smart and put wax in the ears, it will not get onto them.
The rest of us haven't had a turn yet, actually.
I know.
Advantage.
Not really anything to do with being smart, then.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't say they
I
weren't
am
smart.
smart.
can I use my reaction on seeing the harpies to stuff wax in my ear?
If you want to use your inspiration for advantage, you can.
Oh, okay, no. I don't want to save my inspiration.
Okay.
If we get to that.
3, 2, 1. Alright, everyone except for Steve succeeds.
Yay!
Da, 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 da. This one will fly down. And we'll fly. Oops.
Take an AOP if it's get close.
Well, if it were to get within your range, you could, but it does not. Nico.
Nico's gonna grow claws on his hand and swipe out at the griffin and use primal savagery on it. And let me see here. He'll stay there. That'll be his turn.
I don't know. Am I under some kind of effect?
Yeah, so you want to use your movement to get as close to it as you can. I guess, like, underneath of it. But you can still attack normally afterwards.
Okay. Well, I guess I just attacked this griffin.
Okay.
Right.
Nice.
So wait, how do I double do the crit then?
It will do it. It does it automatically.
Oh, it does. Nice. Come on, 3. Oh, 1. Garbage. Anyway. Can I use my action to manifest one here? Or bonus action to make it appear over there.
20, 25, 30. Yep.
I attacked this griffin. My ghost is going to attack the harpy.
The harpy is 30 feet up in the air.
Manifest it by it.
I believe you can manifest your echo 30 feet from where you are.
It's 30 feet from me.
And then 30 feet up in the air.
Oh, alright. My bad. I didn't know we were. Alright.
There's a geometry.
Right, it's like, dude.
What's the hypotenuse
I
on that?
drive a truck. I'm not gonna be doing this.
Well, if you look above them, you can see where it says 15 feet or
Got it.
30 feet. That means...
God, we're not doing that. This guy's over here.
I mean, to be fair, I also drive a truck.
I know. Alright, we're attacking the shameless guy again. Alright.
Using what?
My echo. Since
But
I took the attack action, I can exert my echo to make an attack.
when you take the attack action on your turn, any attack you make with that action can originate from your space or the echo space.
No, it's feature of the Unleash Arcania.
Unleash Arcania.
Oh god, why is this not?
Oh, you can use this feature number of times equal to your comm modifier. Okay. Okay.
Alright, so I hit.
Yeah.
Haha! Suck it, Griffin.
Thanks, IRL Steve.
You know what?
I appreciate the graphic in the chat.
You know what? Fuck this. Action surge. Steve's gonna attack this Griffin again.
Okay.
Hit. 15. Is it almost fucking dead?
It's bleeding.
Wait, Steve has 2 attacks?
Action
3.
surge?
3, yeah. We're not level 5 yet.
Unleash
Oh,
your...
so-
my God, my brother in Christ. Hey,
So yeah, if you were paying attention, you would have heard he used our Unleash Incarnation or Incartation, whatever the fuck it is. Lets him attack with his harpy, or not his harpy, but his little manifest echo thingy, up to a number of.
Ghosting.
It's
Oh, yeah.
my limit break, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I
exactly.
erased the ghosting from my vision because it breaks my immersion.
Oh.
No, fuck your immersion. This works with my immersion.
Anyways,
Actually, I agree with him. I would prefer the ghost to be smiling, not frowny.
Yeah, that's
Gotta be-
totally
it's
not
gotta be a
appropriate.
happy.
all right. So what I'm going to do then, because no one's happy, I'm going to make my own damn token. Use them. That's what it's going to be.
Oh no, I was joking. I enjoy it. Dan, are you Demetrius, are you being serious?
Demetrius.
Okay, I'm surrounded by 2 harpies that are sailing down at me.
They're
I'm
too
going
high.
to firstly put the wax in my ears. Which, yeah. Then I'm going to move to the griffin and attack. Actually, I'm going to stay back here because I have a reach weapon behind Nico. Let's see. Reach weapon. Why do I have advantage? Oh, is it prone again? Oh
It's
yeah,
fairy
has the
fired.
thingy on it, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Should pay more attention. And I kill another
Yes!
griffin, and I say, guys, why is he running away? These things are weak.
Demetrius the Griffin Killer.
Yeah, I will stay in my current position and my turn.
Let's see. If I would put wax in my ears, is that an action?
Yep. Wait, no. I guess since Dan didn't do it correctly,
I did
then
it as a
guess you-
bonus action.
No,
Arcadia did too, I believe.
All right, I will put wax in my ears as a bonus
Whatever.
action, and then I will chuck a javelin at the unresponsive harpy.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a bonus action. I thought it was an action.
Didn't you
Yeah, you
attack
did it as
and
a
also do
standard.
that? I thought you attacked.
Nope. I just put them in my ears.
Yeah, same here.
So I should not attack then.
I don't know. Is it a standard action or bonus?
Yeah, it's an action. I've tried
Right,
to say that
so-
before. It's always been an action to put
All
crap in
right,
ears.
so
Bonus action.
so ears are plugged, and I will do this. I'll stand in front of Arcadia, puff myself up to my full 3.5 feet, and say, "I will protect you," even though she can't hear me. And then I will just stay here.
I'm gonna attack this harpy. Booming blade.
That is 30 feet up in the air.
Can I cast? Alright, wait. It says like cast booming blade, make an attack. Can I use my hand axe and throw that bitch at her?
You brandish the weapon using the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it.
Got it. Dismiss this
If you only
echo.
had a whip.
Dismiss this echo, and I'll summon a new one 30 feet in the air. By her. And using the echo, I'll make an attack with on her.
Math works out if you put the echo right above you, 30 feet up.
Right
if
up.
you're...
Oh, okay, yeah. Right above me.
Yes, consult the chart. Put it in the
Here.
Discord.
Alright, does the charts work out?
Doesn't matter that much. Just a Twitch encounter anyway.
Okay, Arcadia.
It's not what you said yesterday.
Arcadia, you see her look at the unresponsive harpy and murmur something as I use my bonus action to transfer Hunter's Mark to the unresponsive. And I shoot at it.
Nice.
And then I'm going to back a little bit up because I don't like it so close to me. And then I'm going to pass my turn to Nyx. You hear her say something to Nyx, and Nyx is going to fly above the harpy out of range and attack it with her pinions. And misses and passes her turn.
This one's going to fly down. Attacks you twice. Well, if you want to use your action, go for it.
Yes, I actually would like to.
Go for it. Do it.
Can I Warcaster Booming Blade it?
Sure, go for it. Hit. Roll some damage. Roll the Booming Blade damage because it moved. And you go.
You go move up to the harpy up near Corbin, one of them. And he'll lash out with this Thorn Whip. Crappy damage, but pulls it 10 feet closer.
That's all I need.
And that'll end his turn.
Alright. So Shammy goes back to the window. He opens up the shutters and he half leans out and goes, "Hey, Amitrius, if you kill a griffin in 2 strokes, does that count as a birdie?" And then he uses his pull on the harpy that's noticeably deteriorating, and he... where's that ability? Okay, and let's see, and so for the pulling ability, there it is. I cast attack. Alright, so I pull that 5 feet towards me. Did I hit the wrong button? Or I think I should have done a save. Oh, but it still counted. It still did it right. Awesome. Okay, and so then All right. I was really hoping to put it next to what's his name, Corbin.
Orkmeister.
You're pulling it towards you.
I guess it's all right. And so let's see. Then I hit it with a firebolt, or I attack it with a firebolt. I'll tell you in a second. All right. Wow. Okay. Cool. And I damage it. And call it. Oh! I move away from the window, just because. And I pass my turn, or try to. Yeah.
I am going to just 5 feet up in the air. Can I hit it from here? Next.
Nope.
Okay, I will move one forward then. So I'm using my reach weapon to hit it, but it still can't hit me, right? Because it's in the air.
Hypothetically. But if it flies down 5 feet, you won't get an op attack. That's what you're trying to get to.
No, I'd have to move back for that.
Good hit, though.
I'm going to move 5 feet back. And then I am going to
Massive. 2, seeing its actual target.
It flew in through the window.
Mm-hmm. But it found its target.
Technically, I think Corbin's its target, but
these want Camos. Just like the Griffin. I don't know what Camos did to tick off some god, but
I'm doomed, I tell you, doomed.
oh no, you really are doomed.
Kamas, could you try and roleplay as good as Corbin does?
15,
Thank you.
15. Plus 5, 10.
Are you saying
15,
Corbin is a better
20,
Kamos?
25, 30.
No, I'm saying you
That's what I was
played his
gonna say.
character last session and you roleplayed him really well.
I'll take your notes and I'll work with them. Got it. I suck. Got it.
Sound. I'm actually just gonna over here and fly down.
On the plus side, I can get your Wondrous item now.
I was just thinking how funny it'd be
Good God.
if he died and we just looted his ring.
You could cut his toenails off. You could cut his
Save his
toenails
molars. No, I need his molars. I need his molars for different reasons.
And the thing is, none of you know that it happened because Steve closed the door.
Well, I saw him flying
Harpy
through the
cannon.
window. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, you saw the harpy flying through the window, but you didn't see that that Camos is down.
No, but I saw the harpy go through the window. So I'm gonna go, and I see that he's down, and the harpy killed him.
So opening the door.
I'm at the window, aren't I?
No, the window's right there.
Oh, I wanted to go in through the window. Sorry. I was gonna go the same way that Griffin did. It won't let me go in there. There we go. Alright, so I see that he's down. And
Maybe they are gonna kidnap him and use him for to fertilize their eggs. I think that's canon. Oh, for real? I mean it. Harpies are known to do that.
nobody puts Chamos in the corner. Let's see. I will try to shove the harpy down. is not going to do, right? Oh, it actually worked. So it's prone. And I will...
If you want to.
Yes, I went in prone, and I will then try to grapple him. As a bonus action. Did I succeed?
It won't let me click to show you that you failed.
I failed. I always fail. I don't know what the deal is with that. All right. Well, at least it's prone.
Just so no one will think that I'm lying. Because, yeah.
We think that anyway.
Ignis 300, thank you for that follow. And
he's streaming.
Welcome.
You have the worst luck.
I do have. Corbin has very bad luck with his grappling so far.
Like, that's what's the shocker is. It's like, it's not that you're rolling bad. Like, you know, you roll 18, that's pretty good. But, like, to fail, always. Unless you get, like, a nat 20. Speaking of which, I have to ask you something for future reference. If I were to use Shape of Water to make a sheet of ice and set it up as a table, and Corbin power bomb someone through it, would it deal additional like hazard damage?
No.
What if it was spikes?
My turn is over.
We can talk about that later. The Harpy got knocked prone. It will use half of its movement to get back up, and then attack Corbin.
Come at me, bro.
It crits and rips your fucking throat out. Both of you are bleeding and dying in that house. No one knows.
Nico.
Thanks, Twitch. We'll see you next week when we roll up new characters.
Nico lashes out with a clawed hand. Scratches it. Alright, that'll end this turn.
This one will attack Steve. Nuts. Kamos, death save, please, in the tower.
I thought it was automatic. Okay. So I grab the die, put it in the tower.
Thank you, sir.
I saved!
Nah, no one knows that. That's why I have it do it in the tower.
Almost looks a little better.
Arcadia.
Arcadia sees that although she
Dear
started
brother.
attacking one of the harpies, everybody is seeming to concentrate on the other, so
It would knock him
she's
out,
going to use her
right?
bonus action to switch her hunter's mark to the noticeably deteriorating.
Brogar's not
And
going
then
to
she's going
automatically
to
knock him
switch
out.
her attack to that.
But I'll definitely add it.
You have unresponsive.
And by I know it didn't work. Yeah, I see it. I'm trying to fix it. Let me add an extra 6 to that. Yeah, let me add an extra 6. I don't know why it didn't do that. Oh, it fell off. Hold on a second. And Gorgio, if you would please add that. I appreciate that. And then Nyx is going to attack it as well. And pass my turn.
Can they kill one? Like, holy shit.
I'll say,
Just kill
Nicodemus,
one so this thing can be
move
over.
back. Get behind me.
Just kill one.
And Gorgio, just a quick question. I'm assuming that the harpy is not close enough to Nicodemus for me to have done a sneak attack on that?
They're right next to each other.
They're literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
No. Is it too late to do another 6 on that, or should I just wait till next time?
Just roll a d6. Cool.
Thank you.
Steve.
I attacked the guy.
Arcadia.
Okay, I just totally screwed this thing up.
Literally just hit it. That's all you gotta do.
Gonna die.
Just hit it.
Alright, let's go.
You just removed it from yourself again.
It doesn't matter.
That's okay.
She gets any hits, she's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You kill it.
Thank you. Nyx is going to, just gonna tell Nyx to go down to Steve. Steve looks still charmed, right?
He does not.
Oh, he does not. Okay, but she's gonna go send Nyx to attack the ropey harpy then.
Well, that's why harpies have the charm ability for luring men to their nests.
Technically, Steve should be immune to her charms.
Why?
I have a fish's penis.
So?
I'm not interested in her like pelvic sorcery.
Are you
Which
only
is-
into mermaids or something?
Yeah. See, like the whole thing, like lay their eggs.
Does that mean you can be
I
charmed by
fertilize the
Demetrius
egg.
now?
I fertilize the egg and then I just swim away.
You're weird, dude. There we go. I'm going to attack this harpy with my old. Oh my god, I missed. With my little reacher doodle doo. Oh, I had advantage actually from chat.
Chat?
Hey, Chad. Thanks for speeding.
No
this
auto
up.
crit? That would be great.
Okay, so I just rolled my bonus. Let me re-roll my initial attack from the chat thing. Thank you, Baron. There. That ends my turn.
You go.
So I don't know that Kamos is in there laid out.
Correct.
You know a harpy flew in the building, but you don't
I
know.
know a harpy flew in there, and I could see them guys all surrounding this harpy. And I saw you go into the building.
Yep.
So I'll go to the door. Is the door shut?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try opening the door,
It opens.
and I'll walk in. I'll see Corbin battling the harpy, but Kamos laid out. So and I will cure wounds Kamos.
Amos is alive.
Why the hell is everyone going into that building?
And end my turn there. Get up, Kamos. You have some more running to do.
Doomed, I tell you, doomed.
Alright, so this one got a... Oh, the next enemy got a crit, and we'll use it on Mr. Corbin. Wow.
What the hell? Oh, Baron.
Smack it with the club. And heard her sister get killed, so it's going to fuck off.
Oh, I'll get a shot on it as it tries to get away, right?
Sure. I believe it's an attack. Yeah, punch it.
I use this thing called a dagger to attack it.
Huh? What the hell is that?
I don't know. I just keep it in my hand for like special occasions. Where's the...
You're out of ammo.
And Nico, if you also want to attack it, you can do so.
I don't get my bonus action on that, right?
No.
I really don't know how to do this.
There's a melee and a throw. You want to use the melee one.
Okay.
I got it.
And I tried to drag it on too.
Oh, bruh.
There. Got it. And it's still gonna fuck off.
Figured out how to do. Oh, I critted it.
I rolled it for you, but go ahead. Roll damage, and I'll give it back. It's 5 HP. Go ahead and roll damage.
I hope this is more.
7.
Several more.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then it starts flying over this way.
You can't get out of the house. It's like a bird.
No, it's already out. It's
Door's wide open.
It's out of.
It's a wall.
It's out of the house.
Oh.
What's it? At your fill.
Alright, I will run outside and see what I see.
Evelyn.
Yeah, I went back because I went through Nico. So I see the... do I see the harpy over the house, or...
No.
I just see the one they're fighting? The ropey harpy?
Yes.
Alright, Corbin cannot get close enough, so he will pull out his trusty pointed stick, and he will throw the pointy stick at the harpy. Doing maximum damage.
Vamos.
All right.
Shmo, that'll be later today.
I go back to my
Because
favorite
we've been
window.
doing this way too long.
'Cause
This
I haven't
encounter
learned
for
my
way
lesson.
too damn long.
You know what? I think I have learned my lesson. I'm gonna just go out the door. I have to go through Nicodemus, right?
Yes, sir.
That's enough. And I see a harpy.
But yeah, that
Shoot.
I'll because they got another one coming up later today if they get to it. So I'll add that one to that, but not this one because this one's almost over. Oh, no, way too damn
Careful,
long.
wizard. You almost hit me. Again.
Okay, I think you're...
Oh, and hang on.
I'm overreacting a little bit because my character really hates fire.
And
It's
Kamos,
a-
you also had a healing potion.
For what it's worth, your comments fell on deaf ears.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point.
Keep
Haha.
stabbing this thing, guys, until it... Oh, did it die?
Yes.
Oh,
I killed something?
Yes, Kamos.
Steve killed it.
Awesome. It only took 18 game sessions.
Now that's really gonna be mad at you though.
Yeah, well, everybody gather around. The harpy's coming back.
Well,
So Arcadia sees the original harpy that she targeted come out of the building, and so she murmurs a little something, transfers on my bonus action the hunter's mark to it, and is going to shoot at it. And then she'll send Nyx to do the same.
nice.
Oh, could you please add 2 to that? Sorry, Giorgio, forgot to hit the button. And Nyx passes her turn.
Demetrius.
I'm going to walk up to the rest and I'm going to take the wax out of my ears. And I'm going to say, let her go. She will serve as a warning not to attack us anymore and attack this town anymore. Her sisters are dead, the griffins are dead, and she's heavily wounded. That will serve as the warning for the rest of the harpy tribe.
Oh, do you have
can't
wax
hear
in
you.
your ears? Who actually hurt him?
Steve heard it.
I still have wax in my ears. But if we're
Nicodemus comes out and sees the harpy flying away, and he's like, ah. He heard Demetrius, because I never put wax in my ears. So, I just waved my hand at it. Blah. Foul things.
Alright, this
Let
thing's
it
gonna
fly off.
This thing's gonna fly 80 feet this way, so I don't know if Arcadia or Nyx wants to attack it, but that's
Oh yeah, she's
All
not hearing any of this, and this is fun for her.
all right. Just
I can see
here,
that she's enjoying this.
hit it once. There we go. Speed it up. Cool, you killed it. We're out of combat. Yay!
Damn, she looks
got
very
it.
happy.
All right. How much are those vocal cords worth again?
Alright, guys, how's everybody going? Welcome to Odyssey of the Dragonlords.
So, Steve, read what I wrote in Discord, please. Thank you. But yeah, harpy cores.
Anyway, I harvest them. Add them
Oh.
to my collection.
Okay, just add 3 if you have them already.
I'm going to cut off some harpy legs to roast and eat later.
Nice. Chicken legs.
I wonder why these things keep attacking us.
Extra thick thighs.
taking the wax out of my ears.
Me too.
I'm going to say, damn it, Arcadia, did you have to shoot her? Now they're never gonna get the message.
We'll get it.
I think they are
Steve.
controlled by forces beyond that of simple survival. I think they are driven by something called engorgio points.
I say, I'm pretty sure this is how harpies breed. They fly into towns, they charm a human male, then they grab them and fly off with them. So I guess they wanted Kamos this time.
They always want comments.
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
wanted to breed with camels.
Oh boy, I
yeah.
feel flattered.
Creepy.
I know a thing or two about harpies in the wild. They don't have males, so that's why they sing their song to charm humanoids.
Well, then Arcadia says, well, then it's a good thing I killed it then, isn't it?
And then you see Amitrius look at her and says, I guess.
Can I grab some bolts? Half of them, or?
Yes.
Thank you.
While you're going around grabbing bolts, was I gifted magical crossbow bolts?
Yes, that was one of the. That was the first gift we got from Fargrim.
All right, I'm
I'm
gonna
going to say.
give that to somebody who uses.
That would be
crossbows.
Arcadia.
Very Arcadia.
I'm going to say, everyone gather around. I have something to say. Let's quickly go into the building for a moment. I need some privacy with you guys.
Okay. I finally make it to the kitchen, which I've been meaning to get there for ages.
And you see a sandwich that was just being made, but someone left it.
Half-made sandwich.
That's awesome.
I close the door and I'm like, I have some news for everyone. There is someone I have to kill. Who's in?
Who do we need to kill?
A friend of the that guy that threatened Pythor, Gaius or something.
That's all I need to know.
One of his friends needs to die.
Okay.
Which friend? We've met several of them, haven't we?
The one with the one eye.
What's
Yeah.
the story with him?
And Mitchell shows you his back with a lot of scars from the whip. He says he used to. He's the one that trained me in the ways of combat, but he was quite cruel. He's a slaver.
It's like, sure, given everything we've gone through so far, I'm in.
Yep, I never
Alright.
liked that guy anyway.
Everyone that's in, I will swear an oath that I will repay this favor to you.
Really had us at kill this guy, but sure.
Because I think my plan was something like we rent a warehouse, we lure him there saying that we have some good slaves to sell him. And then when he comes there, we ambush him or something, but I'm not sure. I'm not much of an assassin. I don't know how this would work. Maybe any of you has an idea?
Maybe we can ask around at Pythor's what he's doing there. He keeps coming back there for some reason. We could probably ambush him on the way back to there.
I think he's in the party with that Gaius fellow.
I think the first thing we want to do is learn something about his patterns. Where does he sleep? How much time does he spend in a particular area? Just find, maybe we can find a good time to just catch him in his regular routine. I think the first thing is just do a little research, find out, and make the plan of attack after that. Because
You
maybe
seem
we'll
to know a
find
thing or
out.
two about assassination, Kamos.
They're an EDM party.
Alright.
Okay.
Can we maybe hire someone to watch him?
If there are a couple friends we've made in town. There's Klaus. There is the kids. There's the wine seller that we saved his daughter. These are all people that we can turn to as resources and go, hey, we want to know more about this guy.
We'll need a
Does.
skilled
Can you
rogue.
keep an eye on him for us? That's a
Right.
That's a grand idea.
Do any of us know a skilled rogue?
No. I would know if there was somebody who with a thieving profession near me. I've got an eye for knowing when somebody's like that.
Corbin will give you a half-hour talk about his old friend who is the rogue.
What's it, Faith? If you're there, in the party sheet, I put one crossbow bolt. Yeah, right. How about all of them?
We were, I believe, on our way to try and save the princess, right? Isn't that
what
coming up soon?
Yeah. Well, what about you, Arcadia? You're being awfully quiet. Are you in? You don't have to be if you don't want anything part of this. No hard feelings.
He said, I'll ask for your favor later.
All of a sudden, Nico feels something wiggle in his pocket. He reaches in and
Is that a
What
pickle
is-
in your pocket?
it is again.
All right.
He pulls
Calm down.
pickle
Klaus,
Kyra.
can you ask Klaus to arrange this?
Will do.
Thank you.
So, right quick, when Nika pulls out Pickle Kyra, she looks at Demetrius and say, "What's his name?"
And say, Kyra, were you listening in?
Uh-huh.
His name is Bragos.
Bragos.
Cool.
Bragos the Cruel. Okay, thank you. And then it turns back into a pickle.
Don't tell him.
Try speaking into it like it's a microphone. Nothing phallic about that.
Okay, I will try. Nicodemus, can I have that for a moment? That pickle.
Hands it over.
I will yell at the pickle. Kyra, are you there?
Gotta
No
open
answer.
your mouth really wide when you do
Okay. Well, I hope she doesn't do anything stupid. I will give him the pickle back.
I just take the pickle and go, I think I'll put this right back in my pocket.
All right. So that's my thing. Kamas, if you can talk to Klaus, then I guess we can get this started.
that. Will do. After we get to town, of course.
Of course.
Oh,
The other mission takes precedence.
You guys are actually right to be looking.
How much time do we have before the?
It's kind of where you
It's
guys
like
are right
a
now.
day. It's a day because we're like in the afternoon on day 15, the Friday.
So it's tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, it's dusk tomorrow.
Correct.
Can we take 10 minutes and ask Kamos to identify the potion that Fargrim kicked us out the door with?
Sure.
Oh, there's
And
another
then
thing I'd like to identify too.
I figured you would.
We can do a short rest, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you got a day and a half. You can do whatever you guys want now.
Okay, so I'm gonna we're gonna RP it out, or am I just gonna say I talked to Klaus about braggadocious?
Yeah, Klaus. He will. He'll get the name Bragos, and
Yes, thank you.
he's like, yes, I will get on it and
And you
find
gotta
out
be
what I can.
discreet about it. You know, I don't want anybody to know we want to know. You know?
Oh, we have people for that.
I'll say if you have to spend any money, I will pay for it. To Klaus.
Okay.
Like if you have to hire someone, I will pay it.
Okay.
Cool. And so I identify the items. What do I get?
All right. So the potion. So looking at this potion, you know that it's a healing potion, but there's something else in it. So it's not like a full healing potion.
Yeah, probably mixed with some brandy.
You do see something floating in there.
Little turnip.
Oh, no.
Is it a tequila worm?
It is not. It looks like a little toenail.
Ooh.
But the ring is, where is it at? It is a ring of spell storing.
Oh.
Oh, sweet! Oh my god, that's great.
That's a win.
Nice.
Yes. And
How long does it take to attune that?
1 hour.
So you can do it right now.
Yes, sir. And
All right.
attuning to it, you know that there is currently a 3rd level spell in it, but you do not know what it is. Because you don't have 3rd level spells.
Fireball.
If you know me whatsoever, you should probably know exactly what it is because I love this spell.
Okay.
If it was Tim's ring, it'd be fireball.
Should we set some hunting traps in the river? We have hunting traps anyway, and why not I'll put them down in case a basilisk comes out.
I think we need to do some more scouting in the river to see if we can figure out where the heck those things come from.
Arcadia this has been bothering her, that if you can believe Fargrim, he says she's going to be okay. So Arcadia is wondering if this is a trap for us, if Honora is being used as bait. It's just, I don't know how much that changes anything, but it's something to
Oh
think
my
about.
god, I forgot about that spell
Because
trope.
Fargrim seems to think that she's just fine, going to be
That-
fine. And if that's true, then what's the real purpose of this?
That's a
That's
good
a good
spell.
point.
Corbin points out that Fargrim was kind of tipsy on turnip ale. Might not be their most reliable source.
That's true, but maybe we should think of other possibilities as well.
Alright. Well, what if instead of attending the event, we stay somewhat north?
That sounds like a good idea.
When the event happens, instead of being here, okay, you guys see that arrow?
Mm-hmm.
We are in fact here, around this corner, where they can't see us.
Well, actually, I think you see the rocks in the middle of the stream.
Yeah, but that's within line of sight of them.
Is it?
Like, if we are here, they would be like, oh, what are those guys doing there?
But they're going to
they'll
see
just
us when we attack, though, is the problem.
Yeah, but if we are here, we are around the corner, and they can't see us from the rock of
harder than it is.
Oh,
up there.
We can hide in here.
Yeah, that's possible as well.
Wait,
but-
somebody explain to me why being anywhere on this map isn't too close. I thought we wanted to be, like, at least 1,000 feet north from the river, upstream.
I want to...
There'd be no way we could save her if something came at her.
We have to be within some distance of being able to save her if something does happen.
We haven't figured out where they're coming from yet.
I can't hear you, Steve.
Yeah, your mic
really
is really low.
How far can your bird be from you?
Oh, at least a mile.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a message or something like that?
No.
Alright.
They're making this
So, do we
way
just
more
want
difficult.
Amos
It's
to
kind
be,
of funny.
keeping an eye on this area, this bird?
Which is maybe another thing I should do is get my bird back. Alright.
She comes back, caca.
Caw, caw, caw.
Caca.
Alright, as in, like, I recast Find Familiar?
Oh yeah, you guys. If you guys want to roll hit dice or whatever, you can. Like,
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, short rest. I'm full HP.
I have
subtract that goal for the birdie.
I'm not exactly sure what happened. Did I cast Find Familiar and knock off the spell, or is it just Sapphire came back on her own?
I think,
No.
I think I understand what Arbitrus was saying. DM, if we post up like us in this area, would we be like in line of sight of crowds or people, or like do we need to like
What area?
where the circle is?
Oh, like by the amphitheater.
Yeah.
Like here, in the
We'd be
river.
below it, because that's up high.
But like that, like Armistress is saying, like we need to find somewhere to like where we can keep an eye on what's her name.
Yeah,
And
we can
need
keep
to
an eye on the Rock of Astor, whilst at the same time not being seen.
Spotted by a crowd of people, so they have a reason to walk up and stab.
Well, this is a gorge, so it's, kind of low.
Yeah. So Steve, if you guys were to go there, which you obviously can, you'd be on some rocks. You wouldn't really, unless like someone came up and like was peering straight down. They wouldn't see you, but at the same time, you wouldn't have sight on the Rock of Astor. It's like
Ooh, well, we
like
have
a
to
half a
familiar for
mile.
that.
It's like a half a mile away.
The information we got was that the Basilisk appeared on those rocks in the middle, like here.
The info you got said the Basilisk come from the north.
Oh, I thought you said around where these rocks were.
No, like they straight come like from the north down.
All right.
Try to set up along the river north of the amphitheater.
I think we should set up here. Where the
That'll
circle
work.
is.
The other
As long as we can't be seen, doesn't matter where we set up.
Yeah, and like Steve can be like farther back, like where like the northern steps are by the map, to like keep an eye out for things coming even farther down.
So like spread your guys throughout different points.
Yeah, and we'll have Kamos flying his eagle around, just to like overlapping.
He is an owl, but yeah.
Or owl, what? Same thing.
I know. I'm just.
Well, it's morning, and a fake creature. You can make it an eagle if you want.
I was just giving you a hard time.
All right. Well, I mean, like you
The other thing we were...
What's that? Okay.
The other thing we were told by the city guards is that the centaurs tend to hang out here on this side of the of the river.
Yeah, that's why we got to be able to like keep an eye on them.
This is where it's happening.
Okay.
And is anyone actually going to be down there by the rock, or no?
Oh yes, Arcadia is not going to be far from Honora.
Alright, so I'll show you this.
It's good at hiding.
Let me show you this actual map for the rock. You should be able to see that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it's set up, if you will. Like, this is the shore on the opposite side. You know, that's the rock, and then over there is like where the city is.
I think.
Where are people going to be watching this event from?
So
beach.
You know, where they said the centaurs and stuff come, that's where they'll be set up at.
I think none of us should split the party. I think that's a no-no.
And then
It's true, but this water it's surrounded by water, so that's going to be difficult terrain. So how are we going to get to her, and what's going to come out of the water?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's going to come out of the water: Crocodile Nico.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wait a minute. What if Nico pretends to be a creature, and instead of killing her, he just like takes her into the... Oh, well, that wouldn't work, I guess.
Yeah, she's got to stay on the rock.
Yeah.
Well, I could put a image up on her for her though. I got silent image.
We can't interfere. So I say we post up with him at the amphitheater, and like we let.
Can I interject right quick, Steve?
Huh?
You guys can absolutely interfere. Pythor and the Kyra and stuff like that, they can't interfere.
Yes, but if we interfere, those centaurs will have free reign to attack us.
Correct.
And we fight them.
Yeah. So we can interfere. We just have to do it out where the centaurs don't know we're interfering.
Oh, they would know. They're all going to be here watching. And that Gaius, the moment we interfere, that Gaius is going to attack us with his centaur party.
You know,
is there a world in which we
say,
could catch them by surprise?
maybe our Beatrice has been compromised. He might not be the best judgment of how to handle the centaur. I mean, our Dragonlords, they knew how to handle the centaurs.
No, I think Amitrius would know the best.
Yeah, I will know that those centaurs are not going to listen to diplomacy. They will attack us if we do anything.
I agree, they are violent, irrational beasts.
Corbin shakes his head.
You know they are being led by a human, right, Steve?
You know, the stories say that they were once human, yes.
Nobody has, Kamos, you don't have like a cloud spell or anything like that, right? Nothing to keep us from
If
being
we cast a cloud spell here, they're gonna attack us.
Is there a way we could... It's too bad we can't just, like, ambush the centaurs and just jump up.
Yeah, but there's supposed to be like 50 of them, I think.
We can, but we're a level 4 party.
15 to 30.
We're a level 4 party. A centaur is really hard for us to kill.
Alright.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking aloud.
What if you blend in with the crowd to, like, observe, and then we high, like upriver, to like see if there's any like basilisk that we might have missed. And K-Most can like use his like magic stuff to keep us informed of what's going on.
Banana boat.
I don't think we should split the party because if we get in trouble, we won't have everyone.
Yeah, but it's not split the party. It'll take us a couple of hours.
No, I like the idea of going upriver and trying to get the basilisk before he gets down. That seems
But
to be
if we
our
do that,
best
everyone
bet.
should be there, even Arcadia, because she's
No,
like,
Arcadia-
if we have to fight without her damage.
Yeah. No, yeah, we should all be together because it's gonna be tough.
She should be with the. Alright, never mind.
Stick together
Arcadia
upstream
can
and use
do
the.
whatever she feels like she can do because she is the Amazon. It doesn't need you to make the decisions.
I'm just saying, like, if Arcadia insists on going to the rock, then we'll all have to go to the rock. You know what I mean?
No, I'm bored.
What if
No.
we're all up at the amphitheater and we miss something,
Yeah,
and then
that's
she'll
true.
be.
Well, we have
And that's
two.
a half a.
We
How
have
long
the-
is it going to take us to get back down to the rock?
Yeah.
Probably
take
In
us
the
a
water.
while.
Conversation. Less time to this conversation.
We have two scouts though with the Al and Nix.
But if we just stay at the rock and we leave the owl at the amphitheater, then if the owl warns us, we start going upriver.
That's upriver though. It's easier to get downriver.
Can we get a boat? How are we gonna get up there?
With our feet.
In
It's
the water?
difficult terrain. So.
Can we just walk?
Can you walk through the water in Gorgia, or is it too deep?
It's a little deep.
Yeah, let's just post. I like your idea, buddy. Reach with you. Let's hide there. Can we do that, DM? Can we like make a check?
This is on you guys. This is your plan.
All right. Well, are we going to stay at the rock or are we going to stay at the amphitheater?
And it looks like from the rock south, it goes into a kind of a dam. Is that where the river ends? It goes into like a really thin gorge, so nothing could be.
No, that's
it doesn't
a
look like something
waterfall.
could be sneaking up from the south, right?
That's a waterfall. It's just how the map's laid out. Like, if you look down here at the bottom, this is another part of a city on a cliff. This road leads down and around. Like,
No, I think the bottom part is just what the city looks like from the front.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you see the amphitheater on it.
alright, let's go hide in the amphitheater and let her, like, observe the rock.
What do you guys think about that?
I think for Demetrius.
Yeah, we know what you think. What you think he was asking about everybody else.
So we're hiding upstream to ambush whatever's coming.
Yeah. Or we can
Arcadia
just
really
stay
idea.
at the rock and put the familiar here. Put the familiars upstream. We stay at the rock and then the familiars will warn us.
Okay. Corbin would like to secure a boat though in case he needs to go upriver.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Maybe we can, before we can put some hunting traps here. We have a few of those. Put some hunting traps here, just to slow down whatever comes.
Into the water?
From where?
I guess that wouldn't work, no.
DM,
See.
would a chariot work? Like, would I be able to, like, use shape water and, like, have a horse pull a sled?
But there's no chariots in this area right now.
What about a sled?
I guess you could find a sled.
Nice. Alright.
But here's the thing, you guys gotta think about that. What if the bastards don't come? How long are you gonna wait?
Till the
Well,
event is over.
We only need to wait overnight and we win.
We're gonna wait forever.
Okay.
Like, she only has to be there one day, right?
Well, that's what I was asking. Like, if you're hiding upstream, how long are you just gonna
Oh
sit there?
no,
and wait?
we're not doing that. Arcadia wants to be here.
He wants to
and
stay on the
yeah.
island, so we're gonna stay on the island and use the
Yes.
owl
We're
to
gonna stay-
scout upstream.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So this is where the upstream by the amphitheater is where we keep the familiar. And down here is where we are. And we're just gonna like set up a grill, have some food, wait it out.
You're gonna be there.
Yes,
That's where the
we are.
centaurs are.
Where the other enemies are at.
Well, you
Can
know,
we wait
I'd
right
rather-
here?
didn't they say that they couldn't
Yeah, I'd
like,
rather
start
be
shit with
there.
us?
until
guess
we
here.
start interfering. But also, this other place is much closer where Nico and I are looking at, much closer to the actual rock.
We'll be there then. But yeah, the centaurs aren't gonna attack us if we don't interrupt, right? That was the deal.
Correct.
So
Correct.
we're just
Yes.
gonna be chilling here.
Yes, the centaurs will not attack.
We are going to be chilling here, and the familiars are going to be chilling up here. And that's the plan, I guess. Time to get some food and some chairs.
Yeah, we pull out the grill, the margarita mixer.
So now this is, you're making this plan the date before. What are you going to do the rest of the time? Like anything in particular, or just?
Let's go drinking.
Well, I want to secure a raft or something that I can use to push myself upstream if I need to.
You can find a little gnome-shaped raft for childs.
Excellent.
It's a child raft.
Get some water wings.
Do you
I'm
think
going
it's
to the
worth-
bathhouse. If it's no longer occupied by drunken party goers.
It's mid-afternoon, so your scales are starting to come back. And no, I think people are out partying right now.
But is the bathhouse open for business?
Yeah.
I'm going to go there, going to shave off the scales, going to have a wash, put on some fresh hair cream, and ask someone with a disguise thing to put the makeup back over the scales.
Okay. All right.
I
So
would like to ask Arcadia if her Amazon friends might be able to help us.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
She doesn't know. She could see what she could try to contact them and see what they want, but she doesn't suggest that you come with
Yeah,
her.
they're not very friendly.
Don't think they like us.
But I've been practicing their tune. I'll play a little bit of it.
it just
Yes,
goes off.
yes,
Good.
She has a feeling if they're needed, they'll show up.
Amazons hate men. I hear that they kidnap babies and take it to that island of theirs to raise them.
She says no.
All right. So really quick, I gotta pee. I don't know about y'all. So let's take 10 and come back at half past.
Alright.
I gotta pee. I need to
Thank
find
you.
my buttons. Where's my buttons? We got
So
that
how
one.
do Amazons populate Arcadia?
10:30.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
yeah, and I gotta run for a second.
Okay.
All right. So stream. We'll be back here shortly. So if you go away, please come back,
Yeah.
and we'll see you soon. Bam, bam, bam.
What's the difference?
Yeah. Wisconsin has cheat codes. Ohio sucks. Anyways, so we are back.
So there's this weird, like, big oddity festival that happens usually out there that I'm gonna go hit up. And there's this,
What is that picture?
Steve, your audio is really falling out, so.
No, there's this really cool, like, horror-themed restaurant I want to go, like, that's out in Columbus.
Nice.
And there's, like, an oddity fair, like, it's a really big event out there, too, so.
Alright. So, we are back. It's the day before the sacrifice. Like, I know Demetrius went to go get a shower and shave.
Yes.
Anyone else do anything of note, or?
Yes. Arcadia would go to the amphitheater and see if the people are practicing. I'm just going to do this fast so we can roll RP fast, just like Dan did. She would, if Heracles is there, she would try to find him. She would be very serious, so he could get the impression that she wasn't really flirting with him. And she'd want to do some archery with him. Specifically, she was watching him the other day when he was hitting the bullseyes. She wants to get tips on how to hit things when there are other things in the way. And she would also ask him about if he knew anything in general about the sacrifices. Just kind of tell him what was going to happen, and that that she doesn't want anything to happen to Honora. She's not going to quite give away that she's going to do anything, but she's going to try to see what he knows.
So when you go to the amphitheater, they are not there.
All right, never mind.
It's like middle afternoon now.
All right.
Ring of spell storing. Can it store more than one spell, or is that it's already like?
So yeah, the Ring of Spell Storing can store up to 5 levels of spells. There's currently a 3rd level in there, so you can add 2 first levels or 1 second level.
Is it the fireball?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know the 3rd level spells.
Can I still
you roll
cast it
Arcana?
without knowing?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that was 2 questions and 1 answer. It's like, can I? What is it? I can cast it without knowing what it is, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But you can't put it back in, so it's like a one-time use thing.
Correct. Ohio sucks.
And Steve, Dan, what was your question?
Special Ohio State.
Maybe you can try rolling Arcana to decipher it.
Michigan.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I try that.
What's your spellcasting ability is int, right?
Yeah, all spellcaster.
Just roll me a int check.
Int check.
Yeah, I like the.
I'm gonna put it in the tower, right?
Wanted. Yes, sir. You actually do know, surprisingly. It is a fireball spell.
Woohoo! Thanks, Dan.
I knew it.
Actually, thinking about this, is this ring the best for Kamos to hold on to?
It's
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
good. It's pretty good.
I know, but it's mostly helpful for non-spellcasters, right? Like, for example, if Amitrius puts a healing spell in there, then Kamos can cast a healing spell with it, right?
I think anyone can actually. Let me double.
Yeah,
check.
I could put a healing spell in there, and he could heal using it. That's like perhaps healing word. Which is a fantastic spell that he don't even. And I noticed that Kamos is always away from the action. But he could use healing word to heal somebody from afar.
Yeah,
Right.
any creature can cast a spell at 1st through 5th level into the ring by touching the ring as the spell is cast.
So the advantage is he has to put spells in it, and then he has to rest or regain his spells, and then the spell in there are stored, and
spells.
he has extra spell slots, so to speak.
Yes.
Right.
Like essentially, you can always put in a first level spell of Mage Armor and never have to use the spell slot again. Like wait right until like a long rest and fill it up with spells and bam.
Yes. Okay.
Quite useful. Super valuable.
Super valuable.
All right.
You should fill it with spells now before tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like Healing Word is best for this.
I'll cast Healing Word into it and mark
I can
off a
cast
spell
Cure
slot.
Wounds into it if you want.
Cure Wounds is good for a lot of healing, but you got to be up close.
Oh, I can.
Thomas isn't one to be up in the action.
Yeah, but I have a familiar also.
Yeah, you can cast through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then I cast Cure Wounds into it, alright.
You should cast the other spell in it, the bonus action spell, because that has range and is bonus.
Demetrius, why don't you put a Divine Smite into it?
What the hell?
I know.
My holy Divine Smite.
Divine Smite doesn't count as a spell, does it?
No.
I thought
I
it
think
was.
so.
I thought Divine Smite was a spell.
It uses
it's
a
a
spell
class
slot,
feature.
but it's
Mhm.
not a.
I
Not
can
right.
put if you put a Healing Word in it, I'll put a Cure Wounds in it. If you want that, of course. Camus.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. One of each. And maybe later we can do some research on the fact, like, can I load this up with combat spells that you could use? You know, maybe
Yes, but-
find other uses for this.
But only if I am attuned to it. So since you are attuned to it, it only works for you.
I know for right now, but it's like maybe you know, when I level up, and just to keep that in mind, if you come across a good spell for you know, buffing yourself, that normally only works for you know, a fighter wizard type. Maybe I'm also up for ideas like that. Just saying.
All right.
Corbin's
So-
bored with all this spell talk. He wanders off.
I think it's full now, right? It has a fireball in
Yeah,
it.
this is Steve warms up. It's good for
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a very nice ring.
Next topic I wanted to explore. I drew from the deck of many things. Didn't Fargrim also draw from the deck of many things?
He did not.
He put it away after you drew it.
Yeah, because when Fargrim went to draw, after you drew it, Fargrim looked before he drew and said, "Oh shit, wrong deck."
Okay.
So he did not draw.
All right, next topic. So what else do we have to do to prep?
So we didn't quite figure out what that potion was. It just had a toenail floating in it.
Correct.
Can't you just cast Identify on it, Camus?
I did, and that's what I got.
So yeah, he got the hint that it's like a healing potion, but it's not like a full healing potion because there's a toenail in it.
Can I make another int/arcane roll or something?
Sure.
Which one?
Do Arcana.
Oh, I think I know what it is, but Amichus wouldn't.
With that, you are still not sure.
It's like
Suddenly remembered something like that.
you know, bodily clippings. That really sounds like you, Steve Adocious. Did you do this?
Let me see. Alright. Can I take a look at it?
Yes.
But remember, if you put toenail clippings in a potion?
Yeah, Steve, you are not sure what it is. Yes, Scott.
Well,
you know exactly what it is.
I have a crude idea.
Scott knows exactly what it is.
So I'm parading around a basilisk head like the Witcher, like hanging from my horse thing.
So,
Does anyone react to that?
yeah, actually. So were you doing that up by the bathhouse?
I'm just going everywhere I go. I
then
have
just-
this thing just hanging there.
Cool. So when you're walking past the Dragon's Tooth, today, since it's festival, let's have some tables out. You do see Heracles out there today, and he is actually with somebody, and he sees it, and he gives you a nod of approval. And the person that he's with, she is a woman. Let me get the thing. And she looks like this.
I'm gonna walk up to them. I'm like, greetings, you two.
Hello, Centaur.
I am Amitrius. I am a friend of Arcadia.
Ah, yes, we have heard of you.
Who is your lady friend here, Heracles?
This is, and he looks around and he's like, this is my betrothed, Atalanta.
And
Oh, shit!
You see a smile appear on Amitrius' face. Your betrothed, you say? She looks like a very fierce woman. Not someone you would like to anger, I should say. Isn't that right?
And she just grins. And she is wearing that, like, she does have that line draped over her.
Yowza.
I look at Heracles when I say that.
And he nods yes.
Well,
and he's staring at you. You see it in his eyes, like.
I'm going to say, does she like flowers? Have you bought her any flowers from the market? I hear that purple roses are really in fashion.
And when you say that, Atalanta says, "Well, she has a name, and she is sitting right here, and you can talk to she if you want."
Oh, my apologies. Atalantis, you said?
Atalanta.
Atalanta, yes, of course. I did not mean to offer insult to what is clearly a great warrior Roman. I just Heracles is an old acquaintance of mine, and I just wanted to give him some tip to maybe buy you some purple roses.
Roses? Do I look like a girl?
You look like a woman, and even a great warrior such as yourself can surely admire beauty. At least that is what I think.
I value strength.
Well, very nice. What do you think of this one? And I hold up the basilisk head.
And she looks at it, she's like, baby.
And I laugh, haha, yes indeed.
Talk to me when you killed a full one.
Wait a minute, do you know were there any full ones around here?
Wait, isn't Amitrius by himself by the bathhouse, or?
I think he is.
Yes, he is by himself.
I will say that is the plan. I plan to work my way up, and eventually I hope to carry around the head of a dragon.
And they both start laughing at that.
And I will laugh with them. I'll say, I can see why you think that is funny, but you just wait, you two. I will swear this, my legend will grow.
And
One day, I'll impress you two.
They stare down, like they look at you, and they see the scars on your flank and the half tail, and says, maybe some more training.
Do you know who caused these scars? And I'll slap the lightning scars across my flank.
Oh, that looks like the mark of Sidon, but you are alive, so obviously it wasn't.
I will give her a knowing grin, like, well, turns out that Sidon's wrath is not all that it was perturbed to be. And then I walk away.
And you hear after you're leaving, she says, "I like that one." Now, and as you're walking away, you can hear her fading. You hear her say, "What about these flowers?" And then that's where it walks off. But yeah, you keep walking down, and other people are kind of seeing this. They kind of give you a wide berth.
And Amitrius is finally happy that
Scott
he's
gave me that idea.
not treated anymore like some annoying freak. Which, to be fair, he is a little bit freaky at the moment, but at least now he's gotten some respect from these people with the basilisk head. And that's about all my roleplay here.
Especially with Heracles, who's like, you know.
I didn't snitch him out, but I think he got the hint.
Well, like, I don't want to, like, have you ever seen a movie, like, when someone gets caught cheating and their eyes kind of, like, grow big? Yeah, that's kind of what he looked like.
Yeah. I mean, Now, later with Arcadia, Amitrius will comment on it. I'm not sure if they rejoin, he will say, by the way, I saw Heracles. He was having a nice drink at the Dragon's Tooth. In case you want to find him. Quite a popular man.
You weren't lying.
Oh my god.
That's all Amitrius would say. He's quite a popular man.
And she remembers all of his fangirls and kind of rolls her eyes.
All right.
Anyone else got any business?
Do we have any business with Volker? Did he fix that bronze shield or no? He was pretty angry, so we should probably.
Yeah, he
leave him
needs the
alone.
magic forge to fix this stuff.
Sorry, Volker is you, Volkan.
Yeah, Vulcan needs the magic force relit.
Yeah, where is Volkan? What's he up to?
If anyone goes to his hall, you see him gingerly cleaning up his workspace.
Alright, so we just... Yeah, I guess enjoy the festivities for the night.
Okay. Unless so no one else wants anything to do during the day, we can fast forward to the night then.
Yeah, can anybody think of anything? Like, do we want to get antitoxins? I didn't because it was like twice the price.
I still have.
But we're not even sure basilisks are coming. Did we do anything like healing potions or?
We're good.
I buy another antiviral. How much are they?
How much were they? I forgot.
You had said last time they were 100 because they had gone up.
Oh yeah, they're 100. Actually, when you go to the Agora where you had bought them, like down that little seedy place, the shop is closed, and as you peer in, it looks like it's been cleaned out.
Okay. I didn't have 100 gold anyway. Alright.
Okay, well I think we've done everything we can. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wait.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. Back to the palace then, and sleeping, and you can
I would like some warm goat's milk with honey.
So go back to the hall. We want to eat and shit. That's fine. About halfway through the meal, Pythor is once again passed out in his chair. About halfway through the meal, though, you hear some commotion coming from outside outside the dining room.
I stand up and go to check it out.
Same.
So you see storming down the hall, Amitrius. You recognize the woman and Heracles. The woman has kind of Heracles by the ear.
Oh shit!
She is dragging him into the palace.
I will stand aside and I will smile at her and bow to her. Lady Alenta, what a pleasure to meet you again. All is well?
Where is she?
Lady Arcadia, she is, and I look at her face, and she's probably really pissed, isn't she?
Oh yeah.
She's down at the amphitheater. I believe she was looking to get some training in.
Don't lie to me.
And Amicia shrugs and says, I had to defend my friend. I assure you that Lady Arcadia has done nothing untoward.
Mm-hmm. Where is she?
And I will lead her to the dining hall.
And she storms in. And looks at Pythor and looks at him in disgust. And she starts looking around the hall and finally zeroes in on Arcadia.
So Arcadia looks up. She sees Heracles for a second, and she starts to smile, and then she sees what's attached to Heracles' ear, and she recognizes that look. Well, not exactly, but you can tell when someone's pissed like that.
I will introduce her. Lady Arcadia, this is Lady Atlanta, the betrothed of Heracles.
So, you're the little trollop?
And Arcadia stands up and slams her hands on the table and said, "Who are you calling what?"
I called you a trollop.
I move over to Heracles and I whisper to him, "Why did you have to tell her?"
And he's like, "Sorry, she had me by the,
And Arcadia looks at her and says, "I think you must be mistaken."
So you're not the one he was sending roses to? Who was trading glances with him in the amphitheater and the bars?
Corbin will manifest an illusion of a purple rose in his hand and blink shyly, try to deceive her.
Is that to deceive anyone?
She looks at the rose, and then looks at you, and then looks at Heracles, and she says, "Again? What is with you and gnomes?" Considering, he rolled really good and she did not.
Well,
I will give Arcadia a little wink.
I will say to her, Lady Atlanta, big things come in small packages.
And she walks up to Corbin, and she's like 6'3", 6'4", staring down at you, and she gets down to your level and pokes you in the chest, and says, "Leave my man alone, or else."
It will be hard. He is so large, but I will do my best. You are a lucky woman.
Do you know what a eunuch is, little one?
And Arcadia stands up. She pushes Corbin away and says, "Stop fighting my fights for me." And she looks right at Atalanta and said, "Yes, I was at the amphitheater and I was at the bar, but I was not flirting with your man.
So,
at least not in the way you think."
So, he did send you flowers then?
He did.
And you
And
reciprocated
she
them.
goes into her backpack and she grabs them and throws them on the ground.
Good. Leave my man alone.
Corbin will look at Heracles and say, "Sorry, I tried."
I'll say the barracks is a sacred place, Corbin. What happens between men is not a woman's business.
And
We are in ancient
you,
days.
as she whips over to Demetrius, and you, I had respect for you, and then you had to cover up his lies? What a centaur.
I never covered up his lies. I spoke the truth. Lady Arcadia has never done anything untoward towards him.
Well, let this serve as a warning. If I see you, it will not be pretty. And she kind of shoves Heracles and says, "Here, have him." Puny freaking.
I will say to her, "So you are no longer betrothed? Then, are you available again?"
And she pulls out from the lion's mouth. She pulls out a sword and holds it
I
out.
will back away from her. I was joking, and you see that she's just laughing.
Too soon, too soon.
and at about this time, Pythor, huh? What's going on in my hall? And she will
And
tell them.
Arcadia is in a mood because she is pissed, and you have not seen her like this. She goes over to Pythor and she pushes him. hits him in the chest as hard as she can with her hands, and she said, "You are pathetic. Your daughter is about to be sacrificed tomorrow, and you can do nothing but being passed out on your throne. You're a disgrace."
Who are you to talk to me like that?
And she said, "I am Arcadia of Themis."
Arcadia Themis. I know that name. And he says, "Well, what do you want me to do? My daughter's going to die."
She said, "You can stop drinking yourself to oblivion and act like a man, and like a king, and like a god."
What, do you want me to fight?
"You can start by stopping drinking."
I haven't drank yet today. What's today? I haven't drank in like at least an hour.
She just turns away from him in disgust.
Do you want?
"I'm going to find Honora."
Do you want my hammer and you can fight?
What did he say?
Do you want my hammer and you can go and fight?
Yes.
She turns around and
Is it
sees the hammer.
like this Yulmar?
Yes. That would actually help us a lot.
And so he holds up his hand and hammer, hammer, and nothing comes. And then he's like, hammer. So you guys kind of see underneath like his chair, there's like a bunch of like beer bottles and pans with cheese and potatoes, and coming like flying over to him is a hammer.
Did you put those cheesy potatoes on there?
I did.
Boogers on it. And, oh.
Ugh, what a disgusting weapon. A fine craft, but it really needs a polish.
My hammer. Oh, don't worry, Scott. There's gonna be more.
I'll say to Arcadia, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
Says,
I could be best for a dwarf.
"Be my guest." It's true.
Oh, small. I mean, look at this picture.
You go for it then, Nicodemus.
I don't know if I can wield it.
I will
you don't
walk
think you're
over
worthy?
and I will try to take the hammer if you
Oh,
want.
I could take it. I could take it.
Okay.
Warhammer.
So you go to grab the hammer, and Pythor releases it, and it slams right to the ground.
No.
And I put both of my hands on it, and I'm like smiling. Oh, that's not too bad. And I begin pulling on it. And it's like, just a moment now. And like
And
really yanking on it.
And your whole back cracks.
Ugh. I'll let it go, and I'm like, oof. I've been carrying heavy things all day. I guess I must have spurred my back, so I can't lift it right now.
Nicodemus walks up and tries to grab it. I think I'll tie it. So he grabs it, tries to pull on it.
Same thing. Your whole you pull so hard, like your whole back cracks. Like you feel like your whole spine.
Too heavy.
I'll say, Kawas, try your telekinesis on it.
I just start laughing, and you're right. So sure, I try to use Mage Hand on it.
It doesn't even budge.
I will look at Arcadia. You try. Maybe it's related to family or something.
She rolls her eyes and goes over and grabs it with one hand.
And you move at about 6 inches.
Okay, then I take my other hand and try to pick it up.
And you are able to pick it up for about a second before it slams back to the ground.
I will call over Lady Atlanta. Perhaps you would like to have a go?
Does it look like I would touch something like that?
It's a magic hammer.
And she pulls out her. You see her pull a bow, and notch an arrow and release it, and it goes right through the loop of the hammer.
What did she just do? She what?
Shot an arrow right, like if you're looking at the picture, she shot an arrow right through that little opening.
And then you look at Arcadia, and she has the same look that she had for Heracles for Atalanta now.
I'll say, have you ever trained with the Amazons?
Once or twice.
Impressive.
But I don't need no stupid hammer. And Pythor starts laughing. No, you are worth it. and he like coughs up a big phlegm wad right on the handle of the hammer.
I look at Pythor. I say, what are the requirements to be worthy?
Oh.
I shake my head.
I'm worthy. That's all that matters, and you're not.
Did Vulcan make this for you?
Maybe.
I'll say, I bet he made it so that only Pythor can pick it up. That thing about being worthy, that has to be nonsense. I say that softly to Arcadia.
I don't know, she did pick it up there for a second.
Yeah, but she has some of his blood. That's at least his logic. I'll say, well, if everything here is settled, I will be going to bed.
And Atalanta is still staring at Arcadia. Just don't let me find you around my man again.
Corbin will say, okay, I promise.
And I will say, Lady Atlanta, back at the tribes, when we had unruly studs that tried to mate with mares that were not their own, we would put a chastity belt on them. Have you considered that for your friend Heracles?
She kind of nods, and we're still trying to make one big enough.
Yes, Vulcan should be able to help you, and make sure to keep the key close by. And I laugh at Heracles. Go to bed.
Oh, Lord. Anyways, so Pythor will ask you all to leave so he can finally get some sleep. So he's tired. It's been a long day for him.
Arcadia looks at him disgustedly and leaves. And she stares at Atalanta as she leaves.
And you see...
And she kind of but she's actually like, you can see when she shot the arrow, she's like looking at her in the weirdest way, kind of like she looks at Heracles.
So as she's walking, she stops for a second, turns and looks back at you and kind of winks and leaves.
And you see Arcadia blush. She leaves the hall.
Oh, God. Well, that was a good evening. So long rest now, yeah? Nighttime, nappy, bam, bam,
Yep.
bam, bam. Woohoo! Yay!
So the first thing in the morning, Arcadia will wake up and look for Honora.
All right, and you do see Honora and Aesop in the dining hall again. They're sitting there. They're sitting there, kind of talking, like heads together, like kind of sad.
I'm sitting there as well, eating.
Arcadia sits down next to them. And then she puts her hand on Honora's shoulder and asks her how she's doing today.
Well, I'm ready to. I guess today's the day, and yeah. Brogar, how long have you known me?
And I will tap Arcadia on the shoulder, and I will put my finger over my mouth.
And she'll say, I guess I must do for my city and my family. We have to end this drought, and is this the only way? It's the only way.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I had an interruption for a second.
She says, if she needs to end the drought, it's for her family and for her city, and if this is the way it needs to be done, this is the way.
And Amitrius tapped Arcadia on the shoulder gently and put his finger over his lips, like shh.
Okay.
And she'll kind of like put her hand on yours and says, since we are blood, please just be there for Father after I'm gone. He's going to need family.
And Arcadia just looks at her and says, I will take care of things.
Thank you. And please, and she'll also say, please watch over Aesop. He's also going to need it.
And Arcadia nods.
And
asks Aesop, Aesop, what's the procedure today?
And he say, well, Gaius will come in around an hour or so before dusk, and he will lead Honora here with his guards down to the rock, chain her to the rock, and then proceed to the other side of the river for the sacrifice.
And who is going to be doing the deed, so to speak?
We have basilisks. We don't have basilisks, but the basilisks will come. Usually they come right around dusk, maybe a little bit after, finish their deed, and leave.
How many basilisks is that?
Usually 2 to 3.
Are they big or small?
No, they're smaller.
Oh, okay, well, can't wait to see you there. I have some popcorn. I'll make sure to save us good seats.
And they kind of glare at you when you say that.
Hi.
And he says...
And Arcadia says they're kind of smaller. You said they're smaller?
Yes, the...
Like juveniles?
Yes, the... like the Sidons, they capture them. They used to breed them. And then it's easy to train them when they're younger.
Are you saying that the centaurs and guys are bringing the basilisks?
No, they breed them and then they release them up somewhere up north that we don't know. We've tried to find them, but they release them into a cave or like a home or some crap like that, and then they summon them down here.
And they come through the river? Do they swim down the river?
Oh, they usually appear in the river, yes.
Can you tell us where they normally appear?
I try not to watch the sacrifice as much, but every time that I've been there, they appear anywhere between the amphitheater and the rock.
Like, just
Okay.
magically appear?
No, they come out of the water.
Ah, cool.
I will nod gravely at Honora and also Casey. It is a very brave thing that you are doing. We will be there to show our support for you, and we will send our prayers to those that may be able to hear them about for your soul.
And she nods and tells you thank you. And then she will say, now if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to spend some more time with my love.
All right, and I will leave the dining room.
Yeah, and I'll follow him.
And as they leave, I look around to see if there's anyone nearby, and then I'll whisper to Arcadia and say, I think we got the right basilisks. Because that place that we were had some housing as well.
Well, she says, I pray you're right and that they don't replace them with anything. And I hope that Fargrim foresaw the future correctly.
Indeed.
Guys, I think we can leave now. We have some prime seats, and maybe if we're lucky, one of those giant.
Oh my.
I guess I would like to go to the Agora and talk to Klaus to see if he's done anything or needs any money. And then I would go to the Rock of Estor to set up there.
Okay. Yeah, going to see Klaus. He does say that he had a couple of his people follow. Oh God, Steve. IRL Steve. Sorry, he broke me for a second. He'll say yes, that he did have. He did ask around, found out that Bragos is currently stationed at the Centaur camp outside of town, and they couldn't really get back in, like sneak in to get any information from that.
All right.
And from what they've heard, that he is a very nasty person.
Indeed. All right. Thank you, Klaus.
Yes, my lord. You're welcome.
Corbin's looking around for a long, hollow stick.
Give me an investigation. Long, hollow stick. You find a short, thick stick that is not hollow.
Bummer.
I agree, because that would have been hilarious.
Can I use my inspiration to look again?
Sure.
Alright.
You find a medium stick that is hollow.
Awesome. I will hold on to that in case I need it.
Alright. He did, and you were very, very quiet, but I heard that.
Yeah, sorry, yes, you used your inspiration. Stick.
Yes.
Okay.
Corbin gets good use out of sticks.
Okay.
And, Demetrius, I would like to, I meant to point out that your patch, because you have been applying that hair cream, yes?
Yes.
You do see that it's starting to grow stubbles along the ridge of your flank, and they're very short, bright pink.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really anything else you guys want to do during the day, or just kind of fast forward up to the night.
Yeah. I guess we want to.
So we're just going to be hanging out around the area.
Okay.
Right, guys?
Yes.
We have a barbecue going.
Corbin will apologize to Arcadia. Said, I keep trying to help you, but I seem to just make you angrier. I don't understand.
She said she insulted me, so I needed to take care of that myself. But your efforts are appreciated.
Looks like you
How's it?
dodged a bullet with that Heracles guy. He seems to like gnomes too.
I
I'll say
wasn't
Arca-
interested in, and she says to him, "I wasn't interested in him for what you think."
Oh,
I'll say to Arcadia, what did you think about my chastity belt suggestion?
And you said you put those on your mares?
On the studs that touch your mares that aren't theirs.
Oh, I see. It works, it works.
Oh, right. You wouldn't know what those things are. Well,
All right.
yeah.
So we're all setting up shop, just like pre-gaming for the sacrifice, essentially. So when you guys
Pre-gaming.
yeah,
Set up a table. You're ready to.
I mean, that's the best way I could think about it. Like, I go to a concert and we sit out in the parking lot and get drunk and then go in and watch. All right, so we're pre-gaming. Cool. So it's like 4 in the afternoon now, I guess. You guys head out there. You do smell some meat. There is a crowd already starting starting to kind of flow in a little bit. You guys are kind of like some of the first in line. You see dear old Fargrim there. He has his turnip ale, and you see some other familiar faces as well. And you see them kind of get some ale from Fargrim. They also pour, like as they sit down, they pour some out on the ground before drinking. And then the crowd starts getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger as time passes. And then we will fast forward over to here.
You added the other shoreline.
I did.
Nice.
So I wasn't exactly sure like where you guys were going to set up and all that crap.
Neither were we.
Yeah. And you have Nyx and Sapphire just kind of like circling around us.
Nyx would be circling around here, but did we want Sapphire to go because she has a larger telepathic range or something? Or did we want her by the amphitheater?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we do that.
Cool. So, fast forward a little
Corbin's
bit.
going to take his stick and kind of wade out into the water.
All right, so you get to about no, not there. Right there, and when you start to step forward again, and then you disappear under the water.
Can I put my stick up high enough to get to the top of the water?
If you want to try, well, you'd have to like kind of like doggy paddle, I guess, with your feet. But when you do that, since there's already a crowd here, people like start to kind of run and jump in the water because they feel fear that you are drowning.
Child!
I have a question. So, if he takes that little pit slide he has,
Real quick, Steve, can you turn yourself up or get closer to the mic? You're like real far away.
No, I'm turned up as much as I can be. Sorry. My kids messed up my headset.
Alright. I'll just turn you up then. Alright, go ahead now. What were you saying about a sled?
Can I use... We tied to the back of Armetrius, the boat Corbin got, and let me use shape water, so like jet ski.
I mean, if you want to jack around during a serious thing, I guess.
I'm going to say let's just watch for now, and we'll see if we have to get over there. What
Alright,
we'll do.
but maybe after this, when we're partying and having fun.
I'm not a draft horse.
You know, you stop being cool to hang out with once you quit drinking.
When I see the people coming out, I'll go back to the beach and I'll keep an eye out with my boat.
All right.
Steve just has a ball of rags that he's pouring some liquid on and puffing, and I'm back here.
How tall is this rock? Does this rock afford us cover from the other shore?
No. Maybe just a little bit, but like you guys would have kind of a straight line of sight from each other.
Okay, so it's not coming up out of the water very far.
Correct. And Steve, you guys, as you're, I guess, walking around, you do smell something kind of skunky, if you will. People are starting to come in here, and a couple moments later, you guys kind of hear some drums, like coming from far away, and slowly they get closer and closer as the people on the other side start to show up. And
Billy,
then
how does Billy react to this?
React to what?
Is he like on edge, or is he like more calm and like some people?
Oh, how reacting to what? The drums? I'm confused. Well, Steve, I'm confused. Like,
Yeah.
reacting to... No, you said react to what, though?
Oh, how's Billy? I smell a skunk and hear music off in the distance.
Yes.
I go investigate.
Well, it's coming from this crowd of people. Because, like, I'm not going to populate all this shit, but there's like 50 people out here.
I go and like join in on with like that. To look for suspicious activities, guys.
Yeah, you see it.
Keep an eye on the crowd. These hippies look suspicious over here.
And then a couple minutes later after that, the sun is starting to set a little bit. Gaius and about 6 centaur soldiers lead Honora. She is in chains. They bring her out to the water, onto the rock, and you see Gaius chain her down to the rock. She kind of has about 10 feet of chain that she can walk around with. And then...
I want to...
Go ahead.
Sorry. I want to heckle him and call him coward!
And he looks at you and kind of rolls his eyes and goes back to what he's doing. And then he and the rest of the centaurs wade over to the other side of the shore. And then after they get to the shore, you kind of see some... Nyx will kind of warn you that there are some harpies coming in, and you see some harpies kind of floating around about 100 feet up, circling the rock.
I tell the others, I say, want to put, I don't know if you want to put wax in your ears, they're harpies.
We should probably wait, though, because we won't be able to communicate with each other.
It's true.
I will put wax in my ears anyway. I don't need you guys.
I didn't read lips.
And I'm going to take out my javelins and hold them at the ready.
I have a couple questions. How did they get... What did they use to get her over? Did they use a boat?
Yes, and that's how they used to get themselves back over to the shore as well.
Okay, second question. What is she chained by? You said there's 10 feet of chain. So she's not chained to a stake or anything. She has free movement for like a 5-foot radius?
Yes. If, like, you zoom in kind of... Let me move that. See that like that? Like, over here? That's where she's chained to.
Right. But is it it's a 10 foot of chain attached to what, her ankle or her hands tied in front of her, or what? That she can move around?
To her ankles, yes. She can move around. It's about 10 feet in either direction.
Okay.
Dun-dun.
And do the harpies look like they're going to attack her, or are they just kind of hovering?
They're just kind of hovering. It's like they're observing.
They're like referees.
I'm going to take out my harpy legs,
the
and I'm going to start cooking it. And eat.
They don't pay you any attention.
Hey, feather.
You missed the squeaky chair.
I say to Kamos,
It's behind me.
we could put these earwax in, and you could use the harpy vocal cords to charm everyone. I don't know if that's helpful. But I don't know. I just mentioned this to the rest of the party. I don't know if that's something that we could eventually use.
I think it's gonna be fine. Let's just wait.
And that might be seen as a sign of aggression.
Let's just wait. I can't hear.
Yeah, I'm seeing if it comes to something.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Steve will walk up and hand you this pile of rags that smells a lot like turpentine and be like, "Here, guys, just relax. Breathe this."
And the centaurs that are like the guards, they look a lot like that.
I'm deaf. All right.
So they're all
Back
female?
and I go talk to them.
Yes, those are the guards are female centaurs. And
Hey. How's it going? I'm here often.
and yeah, that's I think that's a good place to pick it up next week.
Great.
It's about time.
Good game. Thanks very much.
Yeah, shit's about to hit the fan, maybe. Oh yeah. It'll be interesting to see this play out. See what happens, yeah.
There's nothing gonna come because we already killed him.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
According to Fargrim, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and Kyra's down here too. Kiki. Bam. All right. Yeah.
And,
So, oh, go ahead.
Bayonor guy, is he the Cyclops? That
I think he is.
No, Baynor. He's one of the centaurs. He's like the centaur
okay,
captain.
Okay.
And then Gaius is next to him. You do not see the one-eyed man, though. Come here often. Sweet. Cool. We are
Cool fight.
done. Yeah.
Get into it.
What is that? Yeah, we will pick it back up next Sunday. Yay. All right.
Thanks for the game.
Yeah, thanks guys for coming and hanging out and having some fun and learning some shit. We got a new NPC. But alright, stream, so thanks for
And Hercules
okay.
love.
thanks for hanging out today. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you missed anything from earlier, this will be back on YouTube sometime tomorrow. When I get home from work. And we'll go from there. Next stream will be tomorrow evening at 7:30, playing some Deadlands. We will start off with another funeral, and then back here next Sunday at 8:30. And sweet, thanks. And we will see you later. Do I have anyone to raid? No one is on because it's like 11:30 in the morning and no one is as masochistic as I am. So, cool. Thanks. We will see you tomorrow. And I gotta push a button that